Damn, those felt good. Let's go. YouTube, what is up? We are back with another upper body ripper day today. We are going back to the dungeon today. I booked a sauna session at Embrace North, so we'll hit the sauna there right away after the lift, and it's right across the street from my gym. So we're gonna hit it at my gym, and then we're going to sauna right away after. I know I got some squatted presses today, and then probably a bunch of arms, some rows, some pull-ups, and ripping from there. Obviously, we're lacking the machines today, but should still get a really good lift in. Just finished up a PP session with my buddy Jake. Crushing balls. We played a little gap or gone game. Ton of fun. Each swing, if you hit the gap, it's 2 points. If you hit the fence, it's 3 points on the fly. If you hit a home run, it's 1 point. And if you hit ground ball in the infield, it's -2, no matter how hard you hit it. And we went back and forth. We had a great battle there, and we're ripping balls today. It was super fun. But yeah, other than that, we had a great session this morning. The boys and the girls ripped the lift that I'm about to rip right now. Really good energy this morning. Then we played some pickleball. We played like 2 hours of pickleball today. I had the life of like a 14-year-old today, like a 14-year-old that's grown up and has money and a car to be able to drive. We played like 2 hours of pickleball, got dunked on by some old people, but we had some good plays today. Monday, Wednesday is the advanced group at the pickleball courts, and there are some good dudes and gals. Sally is like a 70 to 80-year-old. She's aggressive. She kicks my ass every time, and she got the best of me. I beat her twice though, so I got her today. I got Sally today. Really working on banging in pickleball. I am just not very good at that quick reaction, like having my hands always there. I always try to like swing at it back instead of like just being able to putt and play, and I was working on that with some of the dudes there today. Picked up some cool things, some cool tips, and I was crushing it. I don't have much of a backhand. I'm much more of a forehand type guy, and I was working on the backhand a little bit. I like putting a lot of spin on the balls and getting the old people with the spin, and they do not like me for that, and we were ripping them with that. But yeah, we had softball, we had pickleball. We're going to go hit a lift. We're going to go hit a sauna, and got all the social media stuff done today, got all the online stuff done today, so we're pretty much done for the day. We're in the clear. Let's go get this lift. Let's go get a pump. Let's go. All right, first set here, we got these squatted presses. Feel like absolute money. These a lot of athletes kind of got bodied here this morning. I kind of like that squatted position, forces that squatted position here, pressing up and through. Huge mobility challenge as you get through here, and just a really good vertical pressing stimulus there. Just warmed up with some Angus Bradley hops. I mean, I guess he calls them Matt Watson hops, but I did some hops and some bounds and some sprints. Just watch his YouTube page. He just started up on YouTube. If you haven't, obviously, if you haven't followed him on Instagram, follow Angus on Instagram. And if you haven't followed him or subscribed to him on YouTube, you should check out his YouTube page. Dude's a fucking stud and hilarious. But he was calling one of his buddies, I don't know if it's one of his buddies or one of the lifting buddies that at his gym, but he's calling him an earthbender, and that he loves the ground and doesn't love leaving the ground. And I felt personally attacked there because I feel like I'm an earthbender, so I wanted to do some non-earthbending activities today to warm up. Felt really good. Hit 3 sets of the hops on the hips. Then we did some water bag bounds into regular bounds into build-ups. 3 rounds of that. Felt amazing there. So we got some non-earth bending activities done there and felt good. Feel warmed up right now. I kind of like the thought process of like microdosing hops and kind of sprints and sprinting activities kind of every day. I think it's, again, just one of the most beneficial activities you can do is like hopping and sprinting and just feeling springy, feeling athletic. It's one of the most athletic things you can do. But we're going to hit some upper body pump now and feeling good. Let's get this. 5 rep max building up to on these squatted presses. Oh, squat all the way down. We're pressing up. Really don't know what my 5 rep max is going to be at all on these, so it's going to be an adventure. You and I are on the adventure together. Wow, think about building the community up through YouTube like that. Let's go. I was out of town Monday for Father's Day, drove home. Sir Charles, the intern, ran the session on Monday, crushed the session. Then he cleaned up the gym and built our water bag for us. So we're going to use the water bag, and just a appreciation shout out to intern Charles for, I thought they brought in the cleaning crew and cleaned it up in here, but dude, he got after it, cleaned it all up. Didn't even say that he cleaned it up until today when somebody was talking. I just overheard him. It wasn't like a thing he did, like, you know, how some interns like are just doing shit to like kiss ass, which isn't the end of the world, like obviously climbing the ladder, but I think there's something to be said about being a self-starter. I think you learn a lot about somebody by just working. When I work with the interns, I try not to like force them to do anything, as weird as that sounds. I really try to like let them be self-starters and see, okay, is this somebody that I would hire in the future? Is this somebody I'd work with in the future? And what's their abilities to work when they're not getting paid, when they're just learning, when they're just coming here to like hang out, how do they interact with people? And Sir Charles is killing it. So he's gonna be a hell of a coach. And I was impressed, it was cool. But he built out the water bag without me saying anything. He just saw it in the corner and built it out. And I think he wanted to play with it. It was one of the reasons, but still, dude, that's super fucking cool. So Sir Charles, if you're listening, thank you. And we're gonna make some cool content with the water bag today. So let's get it. Let's go. So with these, we're ripping super cat throws, standing super cat throws, almost like a jerk, into wide grip pull-ups. We got 30 total wide grip pull-ups, 3 rounds of super cat throws into some water bag twists, rapid water bag twists. Those are actually money. Just try to set of those. First time working with a water bag, spicy. So we got 3 rounds of everything there, working up to a 5 rep max here. We'll record some of the accessory lifts in between some of this. Let's get it. Well, that was awkward. Kind of fell off. Just trying to avoid my crushing my mic. Fell back off of that. We'll switch this up. Put the mic here. No, I can't put it there. Fuck. If I put it there, my hat's gonna get hit on the press. Audio might not be the best on these. Let's get this. Yeah, that was an aggressive jumping weight. Shit, that was heavy. We can still go heavier though. If I bring up my arms just a little bit wider and prepare a little bit mentally for that. Maybe 1 or 2 more sets there. And with these super cat throws, let's get it. All right, then we got these super cat throws. These feel, I should probably switch my mic here just so you can hear me a little bit better. These super cat throws are sitting here, punching up, throwing them, just like we've done for a while. Again, I like that Smith machine flat throw. I think you can weight a little bit better, but these actually feel money for that vertical press throw. And it's obviously built a little bit better to be thrown. And it's not as like wiry. Some of the Smith machines looks like they're gonna break every time. But these feel fire. I really enjoy these. If you have a super cat or have a chance to test one, you definitely do it. It's gonna be here. Let's go. Then we got these wide grip pull-ups. First 2 sets for these wide grip pull-ups, we got 30 total pull-ups. First 2 sets, I'm gonna use band assisted. Not necessarily, because we need to use it for the strength-wise. That sounds like a cop-out, but really just to open up those shoulders, feel that stretch, get a good, nice, long pull, and feel the lats a little bit more. Again, I'm trying to bias, feeling that lat, feeling that long position, letting those shoulders open up. I think a lot of times if I just start in a pull-up and just start meat-heading it, gets a little bit gross towards the end, and I don't get the feel that I'm looking for. So I like sometimes warming up with the band just to get that nice, slow, long feel, make it a little bit lighter or open everything up just a little bit, and then hit our heavier sets towards the end. Don't have to do that, and I don't do it every single time. Obviously, when we were doing those 50 pull-ups in a day, almost never did a band assisted pull-up, but I like the feel of these. I was messing around, just did it 1 set. I was like, okay, these are money. Let's get it. Ooh, yeah, those are nice. When I'm doing those, again, with the band assisted, I feel like I can think about getting nice long lats and pulling this way rather than sometimes I just feel like I meat-headed a little bit and make a little bit more bicep-y, make a little bit more trap, bring everything in. Again, it doesn't need to be end of the world there. Don't need to do that, but I did it more so just to show that even if you can do wide grip pull-ups pretty easily, even if you can do your pull-ups easily, doesn't mean there's any shame in using band assisted if you have a reason for doing it. I think a lot of people kind of just get in their heads of like certain exercises are bad because they're past that point. I think if you can find a point for it and you feel that reason for doing it, go and do it, dude. Don't meathead yourself into not doing something or doing something.
right? Like, nobody gives a fuck what you're doing in the weight room, especially if you're a big, strong guy. They're probably gonna look at you and respect it a little bit more. But I think a lot of lifters get to a point where, and I know I feel this myself, it's like we've gotten to a certain standard where it feels like we're expected to do high-level stuff every single time, and we kind of miss out on some of the feel-based stuff or the just rudimentary stuff that we either enjoy doing, we like the feel of doing, but now it's too simple for us, it's too rudimentary for us, and we have too big of an ego to do it because we've reached past that level, right? Those are the best lat pulls that I've felt in a while, and I've definitely been in stages in my life before where I'd never record a band-assisted pull-up because it would look gross to me, or weak to me, right? So again, getting that feel for a couple sets, and then we'll go rip weighted after that. Let's go.
Another set here. Let's go 2 more sets here. If this weight bodies us or it's too heavy, it's like a true 5 max, we'll just hit it for 2 sets here. And if it's light enough to add 10, we'll add a 10 after. That's good. Yeah, that's pretty heavy. We're gonna hit that for 1 more set. Finish the accessories, come back, finish this, then hit our accessories after. Let's go.
Then the last thing we got as part of this rotation is these water bag twists. So there's water in this bag, goes back and forth, flushes back and forth. We're gonna be hugging it here. We're gonna twist in here, twist in here, and we're going rapid here. These feel spicy, dude. We got 5 each side here. Ready? 8, 9. Woo! Damn, those felt good. Let's go.
Last set here. Let's try not to get absolutely body. This the last set, bro, that upper back mobility challenge, dude, like upper back stretching is great, but this loaded stretch, bro, when you're fucking in that extension position at T-spine, bro, there's nothing that's gonna stretch you out more than 135 pounds pressing over your head. It felt like fucking gas. It's good. All right, let's get it. Second set, much better. All right, let's get on to the accessories. We got our lower body mobility on the upper body days. Kind of just put in some sort of hip flexor stretch or just area where the athletes are tight in. Today was just a basic couch stretch here, stretching here. I like adding this stuff on just a little bit of lower body stuff on upper body day. I think it primes them a little bit better for the next lower body day that they got. And I think most athletes are so tight that just frequency of mobility drills is nice for them. Whether that's like an isometric, an actual stretch, some split work, but working some extreme range of motion on those upper body days, just to microdose it in. Most of our days are closer to full body days with all the agility stuff that we do in the field anyways, and the rotational stuff that we do on upper body day. But this is something that we do specifically for the lower body on the upper body days to really increase the frequency of this mobility work, and I think it's a little bit easier for them to do on an upper body day because I feel like it's a little bit of a break in between their upper body lifts, and it's something I found a way to get them to stretch and do mobility work without them bitching about it. So we're gonna keep doing it. We got 2-minute hold here. Woo. All right, that's spicy. We're gonna hit the other leg. I'm doing time here just because we're on a little bit of a time crunch. But if you're going for actual mobility, I think, and we've talked about this in a couple of YouTube videos now, but I think time, like just stopping it at 2 minutes artificially is probably a little too, just you're doing it to do it. I think once you start getting into some of these stretches, and again, you're still getting a little bit of stimulus, so it's better than doing nothing. But sometimes you get in these stretches, and when you hit 2 minutes, dude, it's like you're just starting to open up and find that spot, right? So sometimes as a coach, I'll program 2 sets of 2 minutes, so the first set's almost like a warm up for it. And then sometimes it's just like
hold that until it's like you really can't hold it, really hold it till failure. But like right there at that 2 minute, I was really just starting to open up into that hip flexor stretch. And I just got 15 minutes before I have to get to my sauna appointment. We got appointments at Embrace North. He keeps us on a tight schedule. Gabe over there, just kidding, I'm always late, but he gets mad at me when I'm late, so I'm gonna try not to be late. Try to respect his blocks, right? But a lot of times when you get to that 2 minute mark, you get to the end of your stretch. It's like you're just actually starting that stretch. You just warmed it up. It's like you did all your warm up sets, benching. Now you finally got to your max set and you just quit as soon as you got done with your warm up sets because it's like your program 3 sets, right? So I think sometimes maybe pushing some of these stretches more towards failure or just till like you actually feel like you got a stimulus out of it rather than sitting at artificial times. And I think that can be done for a lot of stuff, like sets and reps for a lot of things. It's like, did you get the stimulus that you wanted in, right? Sets and reps are great to give you like the general stimulus, but if you're thinking like, how would you actually program that for change? It's until you get the stimulus. For some days, that's on a sprint, let's say, it's one sprint and that's all you got the stimulus done and the rest of the sprints were shit. You were kind of shot from there. It just wasn't a great day. Some days it's like 15 sprints, right? Or 15 sets of squats or 2 sets of squats. It really depends on the day. I think sets and reps do a great job of giving you a general scheme and something to like, it hits the middle ground for everybody. But again, I think you miss the extremes of an athlete having a really good day, an athlete having a really bad day, right? And being able to push or just at least have some freedom in your program too. When they are having a really good day, just let them have a really good day and let them keep ripping, right? You don't need to just sit and stop at that point. And they're having a really bad day, let them have a bad day. And when you see that they hit their 3 sets, but they had more in them, like let them push it for a 4th or 5th set, right? Or you see they're just starting to open up into the stretch, like program another set or make them do another set because they just got warmed up into it, right? So I think when you're looking at stimulus or looking at programming, your goal is to get a stimulus. It's not to get the work done. Some days it is a checklist just to get like, through and you really shot, but on your good days, it should be like, all right, I'm gonna push it till I get my stimulus done today and whatever that is for that day. And I think long term, that's definitely the best way to program. Obviously, there's time restraints and some athletes just don't really know their bodies that well. But again, that's, I think, your job as the coach to kind of teach them that, right? So pushing them and challenging them for, you had way more in you, let's do 2 more sets, right? So, and I think a lot of good coaches do that without even realizing they do it. But I think a lot of really smart coaches see that, but they're like, shit, I only had 3 sets programmed, we're on to the next thing. And we're treating it more like a checklist and a bucket list rather than actually looking at what's the stimulus that day that we're trying to accomplish. Ooh, nice. All right, let's get on to the next one. Then last set of pull-ups here. All 30 of them, about to be complete. Ripping these in between this next set that I'm gonna show you, and you'll understand why these pull-ups are fucking hard. This arm pumping set we got is filthy. It's a good one. Let's get it. Let's go. All 30 of those done. Now I'm gonna show you this arm series, the last set of these. Spicy. So this is the Jake Tura Hypertrophy Cluster special here. 4 sets of 25 of everything. Curls, side bends, lateral raises, tricep pushdowns. 4 sets of 25, really trying to get them done. Not as fast as possible where it's sloppy, but at a really good tempo to where you're not taking any breaks. So I've been ripping this and hitting the pull-ups in between. Finish the pull-ups. Now we got this last set. 4 sets here, spicy. 4 sets, 25 of everything, man. It's a pumper. Let's get it. Woo! Let's go. With those, going straight into 4 sets, 25 lateral raises. Nothing special here. Let's rip it. Let's go. Keeping this in one loop. 4 sets, 25 side bends each way here. Strapping these up because my grip is completely fucking gone from all of the pull-ups and the curls. And I think yesterday's deadlifts. So we're strapping these up. Probably a little light on these side bends, but a little bit more of a spinal flow than anything here. Side bend. 25. Let's go. Other hand. Again, keeping good tempo here, good tempo, but not being sloppy. Sometimes I like timing this just for the competition piece. Oh, and it's not the end of the world. But sometimes when you time it, this stuff, it's a little sloppy with the athletes. Again, once you have that metric become the goal, just they'll do anything to get the goal. Oof. Let's go. All right, tricep press downs, then we're out of here. Let's get it. Let's rip it. 25. I don't love my tricep extension press. Like I mentioned, it's kind of too short. It doesn't really let you get a full extension here, but for 4 sets of 25, you get good enough stimulus here. Ooh, let's go. That's a freaking day. Let's get out of here. All right, just finished up that pumper. Had to throw in a little bit of deodorant so I don't stink in the sauna. Just leaving this door right there, and we're walking just to Embrace North right over there. I'm hoping Gabe is there and he can give us a word of advice, but I'm gonna pop some Shilajit, threw on the deodorant, got the sauna cap ready. We're gonna drink some electrolytes, take some magnesium, pop some Shilajit. I read somewhere that if you take Shilajit before the sauna, I think this is a little bit of bro science, but it helps replenish the minerals that you kind of sweat out, which kind of makes sense in some regard, but I need to take my Shilajit today anyway, so we're gonna rip that and I'll kind of show you guys Embrace North here, and if Gabe is here, he'll give us hopefully a piece of advice for the people. Yeah, Embrace North here. And we are in here. We got saunas over there. We got the cool little sign right there. We got ice tubs all the way over here. And we got bumping music right here. You got any life advice for the people right before we sign off?
Yes. Just, do what you do.
Don't buy a Kia.
Don't buy a fucking Kia. Don't buy a Kia. And, sauna, cold plunge. Always.
Arms. Sauna cone plunge arms. You heard it here first. Let's get it. Boom.